Okay, what I have here is a Stihl 010 AV, and it came in for a recoil issue, but I think why that recoil snapped was it wouldn't start, so they kept pulling until the cord came out. So we got 1, 2, 3 screws and then 1 nut. So I backed these out already. They should just have a little bit to go. And then I get the 1 nut here. There's a screw on the back side, so you kind of have to hold that to get that out. Yes. Always try to keep them in one location so you don't lose the screws. Especially these older ones are harder to find and replace. Alright, so once we have this off, and make sure we have the handle, and he gave me a bunch of handles, so thinking I'm gonna like this one better. Alright, this is actually steel replacement line I have here, and always take these and kind of torch the ends. Now just be careful because I have rubber gloves on it. It burns sometimes if you take too fast. Or you got to go fast with it. Okay, then what I do is you try to go from the inside, and if it's kind of a pain, then you go this way. It's always trying to get it slide in. Sometimes if that doesn't work, I have one of these. Once this gets fed in, you guys might want to fast forward it past this part a little bit. I don't edit my videos, so you get what you get when you see it. Some of the videos you watch and it's like, well, how did they get that up there? How did they do that? Because they edit it and skip the scene. So you guys have to do that, didn't you? You can just get it up enough, kind of grab it and pull it through. This is my first attempt at making some videos, so if you guys have any hints, let me know. But I did get really annoyed when people used to just, they don't show you what they're doing and they edit, so I let you guys kind of, that's what I'm going to try to do. just let you edit and see actually what I go through to get it through sometimes. Actually, a lot of the times. So I usually try to go a little bit, a couple feet worth. Torch it. Come up here. Now so a lot of times people get confused on how to wind these, because they're like, oh, maybe I'll wind it, but if you go the wrong way too long, the spring can weaken or can come kind of like, you can break where it snaps in. So when you turn it, you want that pawl to come out, and that's how you know you're going the right way. So you turn it, it's engaging, so you just keep winding it until it'll pull itself back in. And the other thing sometimes people forget to do is to put this in. So you always want to get that in first. Yeah, this is the one we wanted to go with. And I usually knot it. And we might have to adjust this once we get it in the saw. It might be too long. We have to cut it down and tie the knot closer. It's fine, just as long as it's not too short. Okay, so which way we're gonna go? We're gonna go this way. Alright, so you hold this up, and what you want to do is have the string kind of pull itself back in. Try to go maybe 4 times. Don't want to overdo it. So you're gonna want to, it's gonna twist, so you just kind of twist the line back in. It's rolling around. And once you lock that in, it will pull itself back together. And see, that's not enough. You want probably a little bit more, so we'll go maybe one more round. And I get this. Sometimes these work out really nice. These are for like chasing fuel lines if you can't get them in the tank. Which I will make plenty of videos of those that are a pain in the ass to do. Let's see if this is on the saw. I think one more. I always kind of take my time at this because you don't want to break it on the customer. And if they have a really long arm, sounds funny, but if they have a really long arm, they'll pull this right out and break the actual pawl and the rope. So you want to have enough throw where you kind of come up to your shoulder. If you don't, like I said, you'll break this because you'll pull it or pull the rope right out. But I've a lot. Sometimes that happens. That's why you always want to test it and just make sure. And now that I tied because my string was a little longer, which is fine, so now we just kind of tie the knot there. And that's what you want. You want it tight enough where it pulls itself back in. And then I always double knot it. So it kind of sits tight in there. Double knot it. And we heat this up. Always give that a little shot. And we cut it off a little higher. Give that a shot. Seat that in. Alright, now it goes back together. So I will show you. Like I said, you guys can edit the video, or a lot of times it's nice to see. And you want to pull this to kind of seat that in, so it closes completely. And if it doesn't, it's not right, and don't force it, because you can break it. And these are like magnesium housing, and they don't, a lot of times you can't fix them once they break. Get the screws in. Get the nut on. Alright, let's get to now. This is probably one of the longer projects it took me to do this. I was trying to get that string, I think, fed through the starter recoil. It took me the longest. I'm right on like 11 minutes now. So I mean, you can figure somewhere in that to do it, which isn't too bad if you have to do it by yourself and save some money. Alright, so like I said, there's a screw on that side. Now you must go a snug. And if you ever want to know how to start it, all the way back, lock the throttle, choke all the way up. But I'm just going to pull it a couple times, probably won't. That's it. Good to go. Till the next video. Thanks for watching.